How did Persia become Iran? The untold story behind the name change. For thousands of years, the world knew this land as Persia. An empire of kings. Of poets. Of warriors. Of immense wealth and power. But today, we call it Iran. So what happened? Did Persia disappear? Was it conquered? Or was it simply renamed? The answer is more complex than most people realize. Long before Rome dominated Europe, before Alexander the Great marched east, there was Persia. Founded by Cyrus the Great in 550 BCE, the Persian Empire quickly became one of the largest empires in human history. At its height, it stretched from the Indus Valley in the east to Egypt in the west, and up to the borders of Greece. Persia was not just powerful, it was advanced. It built royal roads that connected vast territories, developed an efficient administrative system, and practiced a remarkable level of religious tolerance for its time. The name Persia comes from Pars, or Persis, a region in southern Iran where the Achaemenid dynasty originated. When the ancient Greeks encountered this empire, they referred to it as Persis. Over time, that name spread throughout the Western world. And for centuries, Europe continued to call the entire country Persia. But here's the important detail: the people who lived there did not call their country Persia. The word Iran is actually much older than many people think. It comes from the ancient term Aryanam, meaning land of the Aryans. In its original context, the word Aryan referred to Indo-Iranian peoples and carried the meaning of noble. It had nothing to do with the racial ideologies that misused the term in the 20th century. As early as the Sasanian Empire, which ruled from 224 to 651 CE, the rulers referred to their realm as Iranshar, meaning Kingdom of Iran. So internally, for more than 1,500 years, the land was already known as Iran or variations of that name. Internationally, however, it remained Persia. That was the name inherited from the Greeks and embedded in Western literature, maps, and diplomacy. Everything changed in 1935. At that time, the ruler of the country was Reza Shah Pahlavi. He was focused on modernization and strengthening national identity. He wanted to reduce foreign influence and reshape how the country was perceived on the global stage. In 1935, he formally requested that foreign governments stop using the name Persia in official correspondence and instead use the name Iran. This was not a sudden invention of a new name. It was a request to use the country's long-standing indigenous name in international settings. There were several reasons behind this decision. First, national identity. Iran reflected the country's own historical and cultural name rather than one given by outsiders. Second, modernization. Reza Shah was working to transform the country into a modern nation-state. Using Iran aligned with that vision. Third, international positioning. Some historians note that during the 1930s, Iran had diplomatic ties with Germany, and the emphasis on Aryan heritage may have carried political undertones. However, most scholars agree that the primary motivation was national sovereignty and cultural authenticity. After 1935, the international community gradually adopted the name Iran. But the change created confusion, especially in the West. For many scholars, artists, and historians, Persia represented an ancient civilization known for poetry, architecture, carpets, and imperial grandeur. The name carried romantic and classical associations. Iran, on the other hand, felt unfamiliar to many outside the region. By 1959, due to ongoing debate, the government announced that both names could be used. Iran would remain the official name of the state, but Persia would still be acceptable in cultural and historical contexts. That remains true today. So what is the difference between Persia and Iran? Persia generally refers to the historical empire and its cultural legacy. It evokes images of Cyrus the Great, Persepolis, Zoroastrianism, and classical Persian poetry. Iran is the modern nation-state. It is the official political name used in international diplomacy. They are not two different places. They are the same civilization viewed through different historical lenses. This situation is not unique. Many countries are known by different names internally and externally. Germany is called Deutschland by its people. Greece is known as Hellas in Greek. Japan calls itself Nippon.